Folks, it's true. The mall fever is here and Nairobi is hot at the forehead. For instance, we are on Kiambu Road at Ridgeways, and on my right, we have the Ridgeways Mall, which has Nakumatt as its anchor tenant. Not too far from there, actually directly opposite it, is the upcoming Seattle City Mall, which has within it the very same vicinity, Naivas, setting up a significant establishment, and it is likely to act as the anchor tenant. Now that's just within this immediate vicinity. Not too far from here, we have the Mountain Mall, which is also not as far from the Garden City Mall. Now from this point yet again, on this other side, we have the Ruaka area, which has the Two Rivers Mall, as well as the Roslyn Riviera Mall.
You rely on people coming to this supermarket, which in Kenya is a traditional anchor tenant, to, on their way to the supermarket, decide they want to walk into a shoe shop, a bag shop, a clothes shop, or an eatery. I've shopped my monthly shopping and I want to have a bite, so I walk into the eatery. If I'm not walking into the supermarket, then I'm probably not walking into that particular mall.
If an anchor tenant, which is the main firm operating in the mall, was to encounter financial struggles, then the other companies operating in the malls are left with less customers. With more and more malls coming up, especially in the country's cities, the more there is need to rethink the approach.
The focus is usually let's have a big anchor, then have like a big clothes shop and then a bookshop. The way the supermarkets work here, they also stock everything. So I'm thinking if I need to go to Mall A, and I'll only get 3 of the items from that particular supermarket, then I have to go to another supermarket to get the rest of my list. Then why go into that supermarket? So mall owners need to focus on the tenant mix. So there is much more to me coming to the mall other than being drawn by the supermarket.
Uchumi and Nakumatt supermarkets have been struggling financially over the past years, which has seen job losses, shop closures, and their stores playing host to echoing shelves with limited variety of products. This has, with time, seen more people opting to shop elsewhere. And beyond the impact on the shops in the malls that they anchor, this has an effect on the other retail chains. The good impact is the competitors having more customers, but there is a negative impact as well.
Suppliers have now become more strict with payment terms. They're more strict. Some of them cannot be able to meet what is called case fills. That means you order 100, they can only supply 60. And it's a key challenge because anyway, they have some funds held up somewhere. Their working capital is held up somewhere. The banks are no longer lending because of the interest capping.
They look at you as another potential threat compared to the person who's already having a challenge. The smaller supermarket will feel the effect more because they are probably still in the process of establishing relationship with the supplier.
The Nakumatt case, especially being the major player, has led even its competitors to come in and defend their sector's largest player because it has caused them harm and its downfall would injure many livelihoods. As firms struggle through the tough financial times, one key loss of revenue for retailers is theft, which is in industry terms called shrinkage, which is spread out across the value chain.
The losses actually incurred just by loss of inventory from different ways, and the worst part is that 60% is actually paper loss. You'll find that you're talking about almost 2% of total revenue going towards shrinkage. We're talking about well over 600 million in one financial year.
While these challenges are being felt in the sector, there is the increased pressure to have local players up their game despite the troubles they have.
We have actually put in quite an investment, almost 250 million shillings of investment into this store. All not from internal funding, no borrowing.
With all these battles for market share by the large retailers, they still only serve 30% of the retail space, with the smaller informal sellers taking the bulk of the buyers. Dann Mwangi, NTV Business.